Hello, welcome to our second day of Advent. Let's see the block. It's a rainbow, and our story today is about God starting over.
After Adam and Eve left the garden, time passed and many people filled the earth. But the earth they lived on wasn't like the garden God had made for Adam and Eve. It was a tough earth, with death and sadness and tears. And the people were tough too. They didn't care for each other very well. In fact, they were downright mean. They didn't care about God either. But God was still there, watching, waiting. God was getting ready to make the wrong things right and the dark things light. He started with a man named Noah. Unlike everyone else in those days, God was with Noah. So when God had something to say, Noah listened. "Noah," God said, "it breaks my heart to see how mean and hateful everyone is to each other. With all this hate, I can't come to be with my people. So I'm sending a storm to wash away all the hate. I'm going to start over. It's not going to be easy. But if you listen to what I say, I'll be with you and you'll be okay." This was the plan. God told Noah to build a really big boat, except he didn't call it a boat. He called it an ark. Noah didn't know anything about building boats, which could have been a big problem. Luckily, God told him exactly what he needed to do, and Noah trusted God. God told Noah to put his family on the ark. Then God sent Noah all the animals too. What's your favourite animal? Well, you know what? That animal was on the ark. After Noah got all of the animals and all of his family on the ark, he waited. And waited. And waited. He began to wonder if he had heard God right. The sun was shining, and all of Noah's neighbours were off at their jobs like normal.
But then, one day the sky got dark. God shut the big door to the ark and opened the big windows of heaven. Rain came pouring down like no one had ever seen. It came up out of the ground too. In a flash, water was everywhere. And there was no time for anyone else to build an ark, or a boat, or even a little raft. The whole world was flooded. Noah and his family were on the ark, scared and lonely. They waited, and waited, and waited. But even though they felt lonely, Noah and his family weren't alone. God was with them for 40 long days and 40 long nights. God kept the ark floating safely on the water, just as safely as if the ark was in God's own hands. Noah almost lost track of the days, but then one day the sun came back. Some days later, Noah sent out a dove, and it came back with a leaf. A leaf! Do you know what that means? Leaves grow on branches, branches grow on trees, and trees grow on the solid ground, not on the water. The flood waters were going away, and soon enough, God guided Noah's ark to a little patch of land on top of a mountain, and opened the door back up, and Noah's whole family came out kissing the ground because they were so happy to see it again. God was faithful to Noah even when it was hard, even when it rained for 40 days straight, and even when he waited and waited and waited. God was with Noah. God had started over just like he promised, and Noah thanked God for rescuing him and his family. But he also knew this new beginning wouldn't be enough. Why? Because Noah wasn't perfect, and the new beginning would go bad again soon. God had cleaned the earth of sin. But that sin was still in Noah's heart, so God couldn't remain. Sin drove him away. So Noah and his family began to hope and pray, God, will you come back to stay? Now let's look at today's letter on the block. It's an M.
Hi everybody.